Hello, everybody. Happy to be here. Welcome back to Purgatory. I am your extremely low energy DM, as always, David Ramos. And I am happy to bring back, happy to be running the game again for my sweet, handsome boys. I'm here with...
voted Buffalo's... I'm not saying this. Other people are saying this. Other people, like the comments, people are posting in the comments. Mm-hmm. Buffalo's number 3 best podcast host. Okay. There's a couple people, you know, like you got Janet and Nick in the morning. And
yeah.
That's what the people are saying. That's what the people are saying, not me.
Buffalo voted.
And I just answered the call. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Someone's got to be number 3. Someone's got to get the bronze.
I love the bit, but it would be so funny to go on a different podcast show.
Say that.
One that you're not hosting.
What's this? Yeah, just number 3.
I noticed the 2 above you weren't me, so. All right, and then also here with
Colin Heaps. I'm unranked in the podcast host category because I have never done it. So don't look me up. Won't be there.
You don't like playing ranked? You play casual?
Casual. Only casual.
Yeah.
And
in my bedroom by myself.
And then last but not least,
the man they thought that died in the apricot burn pile, William Rafter.
No notes. That was fucking amazing.
truly stream of consciousness at its finest. Just saying words until a sentence is formed. Or just barely one.
That sounds like a Crazy Fish album.
Using nouns and verbs and adjectives in a sentence until it makes sense. Hell yeah. I'm William Rafter.
They taught me words and I learned how to weaponize them.
I turned their words against them.
Get that on a Biden meme. The Newport fucking suit.
My words are turning against me.
All right, team. It's been a long time since we played the Purgatory podcast, at least. We played other games in between, but my paragraph for what happened last time is like a sentence. I
guess nothing happened.
I either do not remember what happened last time or nothing happened.
Oh, God.
Last time on Quested, the players had received a pardon from the church after completing a mission. Then they met up with Billy the Bloodhound to discuss their actions moving forward in the auction. Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Wait, I think that's what we did.
Somehow stretched that to an hour and a half, but I think that's what we did.
I wrote that down, and I was like, I really hope I'm forgetting something, because that's
I remember we went, there was like a big, like, fleshy thing that we were poking.
Yeah, there was a big monster.
There was a fight. We fought the big monster.
Yeah, that was like 2 episodes ago, though, so I didn't feel like recapping that part of it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
I'm just spitting what I remember.
That did happen, yeah.
Yeah, the last one was just us getting drunk together, right?
I think so.
Oh, in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was after you guys
pillow
fought
talks.
Little pillow talks.
the little thunder monster.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much about it. And you guys are that was the night before the auction. You guys awake the next morning in your bedroom. You guys can all get ready, get dressed, and head down to the auction hall. If you would so choose.
I would so choose.
Also.
All right.
Let's get cracking.
I'm wearing our fucking Sunday's best.
You guys go to a venue, a large venue crowded with people. There's a stage at the front of the room. And you see, as you walk into the room immediately, some familiar faces. You see Ranger Red and Peace Officer Darren. The 2... people. Well, you weren't there.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
First episode, people.
Oof.
Yeah, like very
Second.
very first or second
They
episode.
completely went fucking. We didn't get to see. We never got to actually see them, did we? Or did we get to see Ranger Red?
You
Oh, we didn't
talked
see
with
the
him.
sheriff. Sorry.
Yeah, you've never seen the sheriff. You've never seen
It's
the
been a minute.
Yeah. No, because Ranger Red was the one that basically like introduced you to the town and asked you what you guys were doing there. You're the one that lied to him. And you were like, we're here with the caravan or something.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, and then Darren was the one that helped Red stop your Lara from like killing that little gray boy.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Well.
But yeah, they're in the auction and they look over and they see you and you see Ranger Red tip his hat.
I tip my hat back.
Hey, how's it been, boys? It's been quite some time since we saw you.
It's been a journey, to say the least.
Getting in any trouble?
Oh, quite a bit of trouble. Seems to follow us everywhere we go. Huh?
Yeah, I picked that up from you the first time I met you.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell I wasn't being quite forthright about my position.
Many people aren't in these parts, but you seem like good folk.
All we can do is try, you know.
He looks over to you, Luther, and he's like, how you been? It's nice seeing you.
Hey there. It's good seeing you too.
Would have, So, you guys are here to partake in the auction?
Yeah, I think so.
To some degree, of some sort. But yeah, I think we came to scope it out at least. Might as well. Went in Eastgard, you know. I know we're not. Just saying that I'm trying to get cooking.
Do an insight check.
Oh boy.
Or perception.
It's cocked, but it's mostly on a 7, so I'll just go with that. You said perception?
Or insight.
They're both the same. 14.
14.
Oh, I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Okay.
Let's fucking add that. Jesus Christ. 17.
17. You see them kind of scoping the room. You can tell that they're here on business, basically.
I'm gonna give like a little look of like I'm gonna like do a little casing the joint kind of like motion where I'm like looking around, do a sweep with my head, and then I'm like, what are we looking for? Any nasties about?
Well,
I get to sense something fierce around here.
I'm sure you're more than familiar with what happened down in the lower parts of Diurnal Hollow.
Pretty familiar. You could brush up.
Remind me.
Remind me.
That's where the calcination games were, where the town was blown up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I might know a thing or two about that.
Well, it's pretty hard to ignore that.
Mm-hmm.
Information moves slow in these parts, but something to that degree has been spreading like wildfire through the west. So,
But I'm confused though. This isn't the first calcination that's happened though. Usually doesn't destroy the city as such.
We don't typically catch wind of them. This seems to be on another level. We have reason to believe that to the degree of which this calcination was, there seems to be something more going on this year. Something a little bit more dark and sinister. So we're trying to do our own investigation to try and stop anything else from happening.
So Ranger Red is a good person, right? Like, I believe that they are like not. Like they can be trusted with information?
Yeah, it's just being completely like blunt about it. Through the conversations that you've had with him, you get like immaculately good vibes from him. Like he is truly like he follows his own code. He is like he's not like lawful evil where he's like I'm gonna arrest you from for jaywalking, even though someone was dying in a burning building. Like, he is
Yeah.
just actually, like, a good dude. I mean, like, the conversation he had with Luther back at the bar about, like, wanting to save the Greys and everything, because he believes that, like, even if they have, like, lost who they are, he
still people.
Yeah, he still believes, like, in the good of people.
Well, I'm gonna look to the guys. I'm gonna be like, knowing that we just saw like a fucking eldritch horror in the basement. I'm like,
That's probably not good enough evidence, though.
hey, we found horrors beyond our comprehension in the basement.
That's not the sort of thing we're looking for.
Should I tell him?
Did I eat him?
Did you eat him?
Luther ate his heart, and I think you might have eaten his body.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
If he needs evidence, I'll have it.
Mind, body, and soul.
The
I don't know
body.
any of these people, but you do whatever you want.
I think he's good people. We had a good conversation back in East Guard. Do you think I should say something?
I don't know. Sidebar real quick.
Yeah. Just gonna sidebar real quick with my.
Yeah, of course,
Compadres.
So I'm kind of blanking on this guy's name. He looks familiar, but I can't remember him.
This is Ranger Red. Remember when we went to the town before the mountain with the little gray boy, and when we met that pink glasses fuck for the first time?
No, I don't remember that.
For the audio listeners, we'll roll the dice. And, I don't know else how to put him. He's a ranger of the West. He's looks out for the good of the people. Not one of those Pinkerton fucks.
Oh, okay.
He ain't federal.
All right. He's a good person.
I think so. You two had a good conversation about if you asked him if Greys are still in there, or they're humans still in there, or whatever, their souls or what have you, and he was pretty keen on protecting that.
Huh.
So I think he's
Okay.
at least a decent judge of character.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
And we should. I mean, thank you. We probably shouldn't tell him in front of everybody, right?
Yeah. I think you noticed Luther was like genuinely losing his memories.
I think Bowie just kind of gives you like a stern, not a stern, like a serious kind of like kind look, and then just like is like, we should maybe I'll. Oh no, notes are messy. Wait, oh no, I have no spell anymore. Fuck it. So we're gonna tell him some stuff.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Should we talk about the Pinkertons coming after us and killing what's it, lady? Raziel. Should we say that or no? No, we shouldn't tell him that. 'Cause
You know Ranger Rick. I do not.
That's fair. That's fair. All right.
Oh, for just for visual for you, Ranger Red. He is a blue dragonborn.
Oh,
He has like horns, like his like I don't know what you would call those, like the scales, like they're sticking out of the like cap of his cowboy hat. He's got a red scarf on. His name's Wilfred, but he goes by Red.
that's sick.
Tell him everything.
Tell him everything. Yeah, this dude's sick. I forgot he was a dragonborn.
Yeah, and then Darren, the peace officer, is he's like a very I don't know, goth-looking dude. He's got his arm up in a sling. He's wearing like all like black cowboy outfit. Looks tired.
Damn.
Tall, lanky dude.
All right. We had a brief sidebar, as you could see, when we had a little huddle in the corner.
You don't got to give me every step of the rundown.
I know. It's a lead up. It's more like a PowerPoint presentation of.
Very formal of you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to talk to people who wear a badge, if that makes any sense.
Aren't you a Pinkerton?
Sure. I'm not at all. Actually, for the sake of everything going on, I'm really not. Truly, I am not involved with those fucking freaks. But, so, I don't know how to tell you this because there are definitely prying ears and eyes around. There's nowhere safe we could probably dip to, right?
I feel like there is enough things to pull people's attentions that one random goer by isn't gonna. They're not gonna cause an uproar over our conversation. Sometimes being in plain sight is the best form of sneakery.
Being incognito.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I like that. Well, we were privy to some, to a horror in the basement. There is, what do you know of the, what are they called in this world, in this setting? Sorry, I don't want to...
Like
the far realm beings.
Oh, I think they explicitly said that it was like just a great old one.
Okay, they just call them.
Well,
the
monster wasn't. It's just is like an eldritch
being.
Just
like that's a great old.
That
one.
is no, you remember how you found that like dead thing in the tomb? Oh, is that what you're talking about?
I
wasn't
about
sure
this,
if
this eldritch creature.
Yeah, so the monster you fought would just be like an eldritch creature, and he would know what you're talking about.
But the god itself, that
the
was like the
great old
god.
one, is basically like within folklore. So it's not like people don't know what it is. It's not necessarily like something that everyone's going about being like, I worship this great cosmic being.
Yeah.
Like people know of them in stories, like fireside stories, like ghost stories and shit.
You know the old folklore kind of campfire, bring out the acoustic guitar and play something real sad kind of stories.
He reaches behind him and grabs the guitar.
You're one of those guys. I like that. I like that style. Briefly tripped up by that. I'm just like, you know those stories, about the great old ones.
What are you trying to say?
Me and the fellas may have been privy, and by privy I mean in the presence of, and fought a tumor of this being. We fought a creature that came from a great old one, and in the basement, and then saw the deceased body of something sort of unimaginable.
He gives like a concerned look over to Darren, and he looks at you and he goes, "Things are probably a lot farther along than I thought they were. We came here for a very particular reason. We have come privy to some information about the iron kiln, the train that the barons are using.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's an eldritch relic. Something
putting people in it.
It's a conduit used for rituals that have to do with the soul.
The train?
Yeah, and it seems that they are attracting people to the train.
Us? They want us on the train, I think.
Well, I hate to say it to you, but getting on that train's probably our only way of getting close to the barons.
And I'm sure you know this. Moves are being made.
Oh, that's why we're here. I mean, an entire city was blown up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a big move. Someone that I was afraid to admit before, was close to, was taken out by the Pinkertons on behalf of, I think, another baron. A vamp was taken out. Flash of fang. I'm not affiliated.
Yeah, it seems the barons are getting a little bit more open with their underground competition that they're in.
Yeah. I mean, quite literally spilling out topside.
Yeah, and if we caught wind of it, that means that they're making big moves, and they're not as afraid to be seen doing them.
That's when things get bad, huh?
It's tough, though, because they got protection on both sides between the workshop and the church, so we're here to try and get on the train and collect enough evidence to present to the Iron Alliance and put a stop to them.
Well, you walked into the right people, buddy.
Well, it's good. I mean, anything you guys can do to help, that would be much appreciated.
I don't want to sign you boys up without asking, but we good to help this sweet man?
I think so.
Isn't that what we're here for?
I think so.
I'm not here for this bloody auction.
Yeah, fuck this up.
Friends are always welcome.
We need some allies. I think, like the cut of your jib.
Thank you.
Your jib's cut
I had
real
it
nice.
tailored made.
Also, I don't know if y'all want to reintroduce yourself. I'm Bowie Green. Nice to meet you. Formally.
Ranger Red.
We never met, so there's no reintroduction needed. I'm just Percy. Big, ugly werewolf.
I thought you weren't gonna say what your name was at all. No reintroduction needed. Looks away.
I'm Luther Blackblood. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, well, my hand hurts.
And then Darren looks over and he's like, "Peace Officer Darren, nice to meet you."
P.O.
And then you hear the crowd starts to get rowdy. And
You're popular.
Mm,
Whoa, Darren. Everybody loves you here.
you see him like pull his hat down over his head, and he like looks around suspiciously. But you do hear like off in the distance, there's people like getting upset.
Oh,
And you hear this woman's voice, and she's like, excuse me. And you see walking over the heads of the crowd is this 6'7" woman who's in like long, I don't know what kind of pants they are. They're like the pinstripe pants.
Yeah.
She's got like long black pants on with like black pointed boots and spurs on it. She has a red button-up shirt with a bolo tie on and a long black duster. She has a cowboy hat on, and she has like this like black makeup that's like smearing down her face. And then she just has her hair in like 2 braids. And then you just see Ranger Red like rubbing his eyes, and he's like, "Oh God."
Who might this be?
She jumps down and she goes, "Red, what's going on? Who are your new friends? I'd like to meet them." People call me Tony. I'm Deputy Antonia Guzman.
Ooh.
Nice to meet you.
And then Red just lets out like a, This is Tony. She's a deputy to sheriff.
Beaumont Green.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure to meet you.
Like your fashion sense.
Thank you very much. I hate
point-
yours.
I point to the very similar red button up. Yeah,
It looks terrible
yeah,
on you.
it's similar, so
It's got
I'm
like
confused.
You know, some people wear it better than others.
My opinion of you has changed in the last second.
And then she looks over to you. She goes, I love your stitches. They fit you quite nicely.
Oh, thanks. They hurt a lot. I'm Luther.
Well, you know, they say fashion is beauty is pain.
That must be the most fashionable boy on the planet.
She looks over at you. She goes, howdy.
Percy.
Tony.
There's something going on.
She's very tall. She is like 6'7". She's towering over like most of the crowd.
Not taller than me.
Yeah, she's still not taller than
Good luck.
Yeah, you guys are like 8 feet tall or something ridiculous.
I'm 13 feet tall.
Holy shit! I forgot you got enlarged.
Yeah.
I'm 8 feet tall, yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm with the fucking tall boys.
Well, it's nice to be in polite company for once.
Used to rude company.
All the time. It's me. I'm Rude Company.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Give me a couple stitches. Ow.
I'm stitching up.
Yeah, what part of me are you stitching?
I don't know.
Can we do like on my shoulder?
Sure.
I popped my shoulder out of my jacket.
You pulled your shoulder out.
Give me a couple. Come on.
All right. Hold still.
Fucking God, it hurts so
It's
bad.
really hard. My fingers are big.
I'm shaking a lot.
Done.
Yeah, just
It
two
looks
little
so bad.
stitches. They're raised as fuck. Yeah.
Do a persuasion with disadvantage.
I love it.
Oh my god.
It's still good. Oh, we got fucking whatever back, baby. Reliable talent.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't matter. What the fuck is persuasion? Well, there's no way my persuasion is that bad.
Are you proficient in it?
I am proficient in it. Oh. Yeah, that's... Sorry, I'm operating with 2 sheets right now.
Oh my god.
Fucking... That is 23.
Damn.
I got a 10 plus 13. So I have expertise. Yeah.
You see her just like sternly fold her arms and like look at it and then look up at you and she goes, not half bad. That was pretty badass.
I'm lightheaded.
You should sit down probably.
Yeah, Luther's touch does a thing to you.
Yeah, I just have a gaping hole in my chest. I just lift my shirt up.
Y'all are badass. I like that. Y'all are a bunch of freaks and weirdos. It's my favorite type of people.
Oh.
I'm a creep. What the hell am I doing here? I started silently singing creep.
Sorry, I just had to make sure that I gave you all the information I had written down.
Fuck yeah.
So, are all y'all planning on helping us out getting into the iron kiln?
Absolutely, I got business to attend to on that train.
We also have business to attend to on that train.
We could maybe have a merger.
Have a business meeting?
Yeah, a little business meeting, a little staff meeting.
A little staff meeting?
Yeah,
A little,
Like
morale?
little morale booster. You know,
Yeah,
do like
yeah.
a rock climbing thing or something.
You see her
together.
look around and she reaches into her jacket and pulls out a flask. She goes, "You want to take them off?"
Yeah,
She hands it to you. Yeah, it's really strong.
Instantly throw up. Hey, here
Hey.
you go, guys. Tiny. Oh shit.
There, look. Someone take the cap off for me. Thank you.
Water.
Hand it back.
Water.
That's moonshine.
That's scary water.
Didn't taste like it.
You're terrifying.
Hey, we're good company.
Hey, you are good company. And you're alcoholics, and I like that.
Wait until you meet my boy toy SK. He's something special. He got the pinstripes just like you do.
SK, who's that?
He's a pal. We met him on the road. Took him in. Fell in love or whatever.
What does SK stand for?
Slipknot.
Ooh, that's hot.
I
like
I
that.
think Luther came up with it, to be honest.
I don't remember.
I think that was all you, man. I'm not going to take credit for your work.
Okay.
Man. Got stitches, good nicknames, head empty. I like you more and more. You're my type of man.
Thank you.
My favorite type of man keeps quiet.
Okay.
Give this man a juice box. He'll be quiet for some time.
She looks around. She goes, "Acquire this man a juice box now."
You're like, hey, give me a juice box. Stomping my foot on the ground.
It's the Jay-Z Beyonce meme where she's like, he ordered a juice box. She grabs like a random dude out of the crowd and he goes, "I don't work here." And she goes, "I don't care."
Put on an apron.
You're working here now.
Clock in.
Clock in. What are your numbers?
You hear someone towards the front of the room by the stage. Familiar face comes out. It is Sir Archibald von Hockheim.
Oh, this fucker.
Yep. For a moment, it feels like you've stepped into a vacuum, with your soul and magic being pulled out of you. And then you hear, "Thank you all for coming to this year's night market. This year's auction is shaping up to be something very special. We have prepared a very special show for our audience, a game of sorts, the Absolute Auction. This year, we've decided to give an opportunity to some of our chosen guests. The Absolute Auction was prepped with a very special prize in mind. 4 teams will be competing in a race to gather points in an effort to bid on a ticket to the Iron Kiln. This ticket will provide passage and accommodations to the winning team. We have set up an arena on the 3rd floor of the auction house for today's event. Each team will assign a role to their members: Vanguard, Saboteur, and the Bidder. During the game, each role will fulfill a certain job in an effort to lead their team to victory. There are 5 main areas in the Absolute Auction: the auction house, where teams will be able to buy items; the call center, where they can summon back teammates who have been knocked out; the capture point, which if held over time, allots points to the controlling team; the next arena, which holds a key which unlocks the gate in the 5th area. There is a secret prize locked away behind the gate that can give a team a special advantage in the tournament. Each team will start with 500 points. Be mindful, there are other ways to earn points that will present themselves to the players as the game goes on. All teams will also have a sponsor representing them in the game. The teams are as follows: Francis Bell, Philip Maple, and Delia Howards representing the Pinkertons, sponsored by Baron Julius. The next team is Ranger Wilfred Red Beckett, Peace Officer Darren Barlow, and our honored guest, Deputy Antonia Guzman, sponsored by Sheriff Joaquin Muneco himself.
Oh, shit.
Our next team has some heavy hitters on it. We have Nina Oleander, SK, and Baroness Corleone's right-hand man himself, Brom, sponsored by the Vampire Queen, of course. And last but not least, the winners of the calcination, Luther Blackblood, Bowie Green, and Percy.
Everyone knows Percy.
No last name. Just
need it.
Percy.
Unfortunately, their team does not have a sponsor, but we're honored to have them anyways. And then you see a man in black come out, and he starts whispering to Sir Archibald, who I will be referring to as the auctioneer from now on. Fanfare plays, and the crowd turns towards a balcony. You see a woman with a long brown jacket walk out. The collar covers up the bottom half of her face. She's wearing orange and black striped socks and brown boots. She has short black hair, pointy ears, and 2 horns on her head. One that curves up and one that curls down behind her ear. Luther, roll a perception check for me.
Oh boy.
Or you all can, sorry.
We're sponsored by the filth.
Come on. Okay.
20.
15.
17.
You all notice that she appears to be larger under her coat than she looks, and she has stitches all over her body. But, like, her arms
shit.
are really long, and they're, like, bulky.
Yeah.
They look similar.
Project Omen.
And
Raise an
then
eyebrow.
you see her kind of like bow as another woman walks out in a long purple dress. She has long gloves on. She's wearing a cowboy hat with a cloth draped from the rim of the hat to cover her face. Roll a perception check for me, Luther. Or insight check.
All right, they're both equal. Oof. 11.
Damn.
Guidance.
Guidance.
How's your... Yeah, you can roll guidance.
H, yeah. Come on.
11 plus 3, so 14 on that one.
You sense something familiar about her.
Okay.
The woman announces to the crowd, I will be standing in as their sponsor. And then the auctioneer corrects himself. And our final team, sponsored by Baroness Bonnie Dumais.
Oh, this is the one we have never heard of, really.
Yeah.
Wyatt Dumais.
For our audio listeners, I'm looking around nervously.
I don't know these names.
Fucking.
Damn. Can I do a history check on the name?
Yeah?
See if I can put 2 and 2 together?
Yeah, do it with advantage.
Hell yeah.
Luther's original name is Wyatt Dumais.
Ooh, 19 plus 9, so 28.
That's the name of White's daughter.
I think Luther just gets like a cold sweat. He's like,
Guys, I think I know her.
Oh. How do you know her?
Well, my old name used to be Wyatt Dumais.
Oh, fuck. Is this sister her?
I think that's
Wife?
my daughter.
Oh.
Jesus friggin' Christ.
oh my
That's
friggin' God.
Jesus friggin' Christ. Luther, have you seen her in some time?
Not since I became Luther.
How old was she when you became Luther?
I just like open up my little drawing book and I just show you like a picture of like a child.
Wee baby.
Wee baby. I'm sorry, brother.
I feel weird.
Might be depression or
Yeah.
dread.
One of those two, probably, yeah.
Well, hey, at least she's sponsoring us.
That's true.
I look at Percy like, hey, I mean, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I'm just going to risk it and just pat your back.
Yeah.
A lot of painful things are happening.
Oh, darn.
Well, I mean, we can talk to her after this probably, or during maybe.
I hope so.
Do you think she knows you?
I don't know. I look a lot different than I used to.
Well, it seems to be she has someone that looks sort of similar to you right up there next to her.
Yeah. I don't know who that person is.
This is all connected somehow. Yeah. Maybe in the hazy times you did spend some time with Bonnie again.
Maybe. Don't remember nothing from then.
Yeah. Maybe talking to her again will jumpstart the memory.
I sure hope so.
Let's do this as quick as possible so we can get to some meaningful conversation,
Yeah. Let's do it.
Also, what do we think? We're probably going to get to the planning portion, right?
You guys, basically, they explain the rules. If you have any... we're just gonna do like a separation from like the narrative. If you guys want to like ask me any questions about the game, this is for like the listeners. This is just a game that I made up. Not super like hard on the rules or anything. I developed it as well as I possibly could within the time frame I had. For you guys, if you have any questions, you can ask me. You can like set up your team, and then we'll talk about like some of the more like specific details of everything.
Okay, so we want someone in the like ring, right? Like in the area to get us points passively, right? Because there's that area where you can like get just points per round if you stay in the area.
So essentially, I drew like a very, very crude map of what the arena is. It's so essentially it's just like 5 separate areas. There's the starting zone, which is like the safe zone, which everyone will start in. The middle area is each like outer circle of every area is the outer area of an arena, and then in the like up in this corner is the auction house. You would have to get into the inner circle to get to the auction house. These are like bridges connecting the center arena to those arenas. And then the bottom one is the capture point down here. And then there's the key in this area. So these are like the 5 different places.
Got you.
Yeah.
Well, shit. So there's a Saboteur, the Vanguard, and then the Bidder.
Yes. So the I wrote down on cards. Just have to grab my cards. So each by defeating like certain like one of the roles, essentially you are given points by beating them. The Vanguard is essentially like the front line person. They're the one that's team captain's not a really good word for it. They're essentially like you have to beat someone's Vanguard to defeat that team.
Okay.
You can knock out the Bidder and the Saboteur, but they can summon them back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need the Vanguard to just keep us steady.
Yes, basically. They're like the anchor. They're the anchor of the team, the one that like you don't want to go down. The Vanguard also gives you the most amount of points. Each team starts with 500 points. A Vanguard awards 1,000 points.
Goddamn.
The Saboteur is they basically act as like a what the name suggests. They can like they can steal points. They can like make bids cost more money. And then they also I have the cards for them with like the abilities written out on them. So this is the Vanguard one. The Saboteur is a little bit. It's kind of like a battle master. They have sabotage dice.
Damn.
So you have 10 sabotage dice that you can use over the course of the game, and you are allowed to rest at short rest in this game.
Oh shit.
Each move that the other players have like recharge times, but the Saboteur's moves are based off of how many dice they have. They can expend dice to do like their certain abilities. And then with the Bidder, each team has a Bidder who is in control of the team's points. So they're the ones that essentially like they have to be there to bid on something. If another team member that's not the Bidder bids on an item or brings back a person, it costs twice as much.
Okay.
Yeah,
Holy
so
shit.
if you knock a team's Bidder out, then the price of things doubles for that team.
Oh fuck.
So, for example, say you're bidding on an item. Say Team 1 bids 100 points on an item, and then Team 2 bids 200 points, and then knocks out Team 1's bidder. The next amount that Team 1 would have to bid is
200?
more than 400.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So whatever the price was, or whatever was last bid on something, that price would become doubled.
Jesus.
And then This is just like it's on each card, but this is like the player price if you go to the call center to bring them back.
Okay, so the bidder is like the guy to bring people back.
Basically, yeah. Well, yes.
'Cause it's only 10
but
points for
the
them.
Vanguard can't be brought back because once they're knocked
Yeah.
out, that team's done.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if a team knocks a team's bidder out,
Yeah.
then it's gonna cost twice as much for you to get items or to bring the saboteur back.
Holy shit.
There's that.
So I don't know what we want to be, folks.
And then in the auction house, there's items. The prices are listed on here. It's 10 points for common, 50 points for uncommon, 100 points for rare, 500 points for very rare, and then 1,000 points for a legendary item.
Damn.
Yeah. The items that you buy in the auction house stay with you during the game. Oh, here's the... I will talk more about the bidder's abilities because it's a little bit more... there's, like, betting involved in it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. The items stay with you during the game, but they do not leave the game with you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're using them for the game.
Yes.
Ah.
They're basically meant to help assist in the game. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we should be getting items like a lot. Fuck.
But isn't it the one with the most points that wins?
That is
Where's
true.
the last one standing?
No, so whoever bids the most on the train ticket wins.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so
If we get rid of
essentially,
every team's, all of the team players, then
Yeah,
no
so
one
if all
else
the
will be
teams are
around
gone,
to
then we can
bid.
just bid as much.
if you go around, but if like another team bids a lot on the train ticket and you don't take them out and you can't get enough points to bid on the train ticket, then that team wins.
Well, if it's Wilfred the Red, it's fine.
Yeah, true, because we're in league.
How many train tickets?
It's just one per team.
Damn.
So only one team can get on the train.
Oh, fuck.
Well, we could sneak some people on.
Yeah, we got this shit.
They
It's
won't know.
magical in nature, so you
Fuck.
wouldn't be
Yeah,
able to.
we got
We
it.
got
Yeah, we. Don't worry.
If you could
about
think
it.
We're
of
magical in
if you
nature.
guys could think of something creative enough that makes sense in the context, I would be fine with that.
These guys?
us,
Us? You want us to do
us,
something?
think of something creative. That's unheard of.
Stalling? Yeah, us? Thinking of something creative. Like,
Hold
Will,
on,
what would you
these
think
guys.
of?
Oh, I got it.
Colin, what would
If
you
I had
think
to
of?
think of
Yeah.
something,
Me?
if I had to think of
I'm
something,
just stalling.
So the train conductor, I'm going to go in his head with my brother.
You put your brother in his head.
Be like, this train is no longer magical.
The Baldur's Gate.
Jesus friggin' Christ, there's a fucking cow on the tracks. We gotta stop right now.
there's a really big cowaboo.
Do you know? Wait. You know the parts of the train that look like ridges that's like pointed on the front of it.
Mhm.
Did you know that's two like smashing into cows?
That's fucked.
Though
Oh.
that part of the
cow
train.
crusher.
Yeah, no, it's got
Then-
it has
then
a
riddle
really
me
fucked
why.
up name.
Then riddle me why they stopped the Polar Express.
Yeah, what the fuck, David?
Because they weren't cows.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
because it's a
Fair.
cow crusher,
Oh
not
my
a deer
God.
crusher.
Yeah, they won't crush deer for some reason, but cows.
Yeah. But no, I was looking up stuff on a train, and that's what it said. It said
That's
that they invented that to like fucking smash into cows.
That's brutal.
It's very fucked up.
That's so brutal.
So I want to talk about the one bidder's ability. Will came up with a very cool idea for an ability. However, it had to do with betting, and I don't know anything about betting. So I'm going to explain what I basically came up with. I did read about it. I read about odds and stuff. So I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, get off me.
Unhand him.
Get off it.
So the ability is called Prize Horse, also courtesy of Will.
Prize horse.
Declare a bet. Roll 1d6 to determine the odds. Decide how much you're going to bet, and if you win, the amount is determined by the odds. So, I assigned odds to each number on the d6. Essentially, the way odds work in, I think it's American betting. It's like money line betting or something. If something, and you can correct me because you probably actually know. If something has a negative odd to it, it's the underdog, right?
No, a plus
That's
is the underdog.
Oh, okay, so the plus is the underdog, and then I mixed up my numbers, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't make a fucking difference.
So yeah, the minus, if it's like minus 700, you have to spend $700 to make $1.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So it's gonna be based off of like 100 points. So if you roll, it's negative 500 for 1, negative 250 for 2, negative 110 for 3, plus 110 for 4, plus 250 for 5, plus 500 for 6. So for the plus, you bet 100 and then you get 500, or is it the opposite?
It's plus 500 for 6?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Let me look at my FanDuel real quick.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying so hard.
Okay, so
Download FanDuel.
It's the fucking Keanu Reeves like.
This was me trying. Like, I was sitting there last night reading about it, and I was just like, "Holy fuck, I do not understand at all." And then I finally found doing odds like this actually makes the most sense.
Can you just run it back for me? Because I just
So
if it's plus 500, so what is the betting?
it's based off of 100 points. Yeah.
Okay, so if you bid 100 points and it's plus 100,
Yeah.
you'd win 200.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if the odds are plus, you would have to bet. So say you roll a 4, and it's plus 110.
okay.
When you bet 100, and then you win, you get 210. So you get what you bet and the profit of what the odds were.
But if you bet more, you get a shit ton.
Then it
more. Okay.
scales with it.
Got you.
Which I'm awful at math, so doing a betting thing was
Yeah, I'm
not
horrible
great.
at
But and then if you have negative odds for something, you have to bet that amount. So if it's negative 250,
Then you need to bet 250 to get to 0.
to get 100.
Okay. Oh, to get 100.
To get 100, yeah.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Sort of.
Yeah, well, this was the hardest thing for me to implement because I not only had to learn about something that I did not understand at all, but yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It was well, I wanted to make it work because Will texted. I was originally trying to do a gambling ability.
Yeah.
And I like this a lot.
That's sick. I mean.
And I have on the back of the bidder paper the chart for the D6.
Got you.
So whoever decides to be the bidder, just tell me what it is, tell me what you're betting, and then we'll figure it out.
Okay.
This is probably going to be a little bit slower because of the additional rules that I've added to it. Hopefully it's still fun. If it's not, I'll kill myself.
All right.
Holy shit.
No, just kidding. But I wrote down...
All right, class, let's have a
All right, class, let's have a good time. I wrote down...
Mr. Ramos is feeling sewer slide okay.
I wrote down types of bets that you can do. I am open to doing other types of bets.
Okay.
However, I do not want them to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be I bet that I'll take 3 steps right now. Something fucking guaranteed to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, that ability is very much it's the at the DM's discretion type of vibe.
Mm.
I didn't even come up with a recharge time for it, just because I feel based on trying to bet on conditions, as long as we're not spamming it every fucking 5 seconds, as long as it's on something that seems monumental to bet on, I'm not going to be a stickler about it.
Yeah.
But I feel it's based on pretty circumstantial conditions that I don't know, we can talk about during the game.
My number one question is, did you make these and it's fine if you did. Did you make these roles with people in mind to fill them?
Kind of, but I also did it enough to where I thought that certain ones might be flipped around.
I am down. I'm gonna tell. Did you make this with me in mind? Bidding?
Originally, yes, but the finished product, no.
Okay, because I'm like, I know very little about betting, and I'm not gonna lie, it's the fucking I'm sorry or congratulations. I'm not gonna read all that kind of thing. Where I'm like, I'm trying so hard,
To
but
be fair, the back one is one that don't worry about. The front ones are, I think, a little bit easier to understand.
I'm definitely getting it. If you had me in mind
So,
for the bidder, I will.
let me see it.
But I'm like, I know Colin knows more about this shit.
The back one, I feel like... So the bidder, you do not have to be the bidder.
I don't
did
mind.
not write any of them to be anyone specific. The only one that I was like, Mikey's not going to be the Vanguard.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because that makes... Like, we need a tanky boy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm cool with being the bidder. I'm definitely going to need help. But
that's not the only thing that the bidder can do. The other ones are actual, like, it's like a feat or something.
Okay.
There's Pocket Ace. When you drop to 0 hit points, you can roll any number of remaining hit die you have. You pop back up with that amount of health.
That's hot.
And then the other ability is called Double Down, and it's whenever a bid is made during the round, as a reaction, you can make 2 attacks against an enemy within range.
Oh, shit.
So the other abilities are very simple in comparison, and I
Yeah.
kind of did that on purpose because
Beautiful.
the prize horse one is a little bit more complicated,
But
and
it-
I felt like that would be an open conversation.
So basically, establishing odds makes it so other people have a harder time betting on shit? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, establishing odds is a way to get your team more points.
Okay, so it pads out more points.
So how do you win that bet?
So I wrote down like types of bets. So player versus player. You can say, I bet that Luther will take out this person. Or
Oh,
the
yeah.
other one
You
is...
win every time.
Yeah, I'm like, we got some fucking sturdy individuals.
The other one is first team to open the gate. The other one is first team to go down. So we can come up with stuff as we go. If you're like, this seems like something I could bet on. Can I bet on this?
Yeah.
And
We'll just talk.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
say yes, we can do that, or
I'm
no,
cool
let's
with being
figure
the
out a
bidder.
different way.
I just will
Well,
defer
read the
to you guys
Saboteur.
about everything.
The Saboteur one is also. Do you want to hand me that one?
Yeah.
We'll go over these together. The Saboteur's move is bid rigging. When an opponent makes a bid, you can use your bonus action to increase the bid amount equal to 1 roll on one of your sabotage die.
Damn.
So
That's so cool.
You have 10d8 of sabotage die.
Mm.
This is the extra step in the die that like the Battlemaster doesn't have. So if you roll a 1 on the sabotage die, that's equal to 50 points for that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So if you roll 8, it's 8 times 50
Holy
points.
shit.
Yeah. So you can
400.
so you can potentially
Math king.
yeah. And then the next attack you deal damage on, you get damage equal to the number you rolled on the sabotage die.
Also hot.
So if you roll an 8, you'll do 8 extra damage on your next attack, and you make that bid cost 400 more for that team.
Holy shit.
And then you get Tip the Scales, which is gain 3 luck points that you can use on allies and enemies. That's a pretty simple ability. It works the same exact way as luck points.
Just re-rolls.
Yeah. And then Cut Purse, which is another ability that Will came up with. As a bonus action, roll one of your sabotage die and reduce another team's points by 50 points for each number rolled. So you not only can like make stuff cost more for another team, but you can also like
Take away points.
yeah, take away points from them.
Hot. I'm down with whatever. I know I'm either better or saboteur.
Well,
You
whatever
got
I do, I have
Vanguard
a
energy.
very high.
Yeah, put me out on the front lines.
I have a very high armor class, so whatever I do, they won't be able to really
That's true.
hit me if it's normal combat things. Is it like regular combat?
Yeah, so essentially the biggest added concept to the combats is going to be the bidding aspect,
Okay.
which really will only come into play mostly when you're at the call center or the auction house or with the train ticket. You can bid. Each team can bid once per round.
Okay.
So on your, like, if you're in a fight with someone, you can make a bid on something, and that other team can also bid against it.
Okay.
So if you guys are at the auction house with another team is allowed to bid on what you're bidding on.
Damn. Fuck.
Yeah. So you guys can basically be competing for items or, yeah, stuff like that.
And when we start the combat, or just like the rounds, are we not going to have our weapons that we have on us right now?
You still have the items that you have on
Oh
you.
fuck.
Okay.
My body's a weapon.
For real.
For real, dude.
I guess we just gotta ask what would make the most sense for our character, like for our builds. Like, should saboteur? Oh my god, saboteur. Have like be goosed and fucking whatevered out. But also,
Maybe.
yeah, I don't fucking because I mean, bitter could be any of us.
Right.
I'd say you're pretty bitter.
Shout out to who's seen The Rocker here with
Yeah.
the Rainn Wilson vehicle.
Oh my
I love that
god.
movie.
I'm not bitter.
Great movie.
That shit goes. That's a John Mayer banger,
I used
dude.
to watch that movie like 800 times.
I had it on DVD. Did you have it on DVD?
No, we had just moved into our house and my parents decided to get DirecTV.
Oh shit.
And I don't think that they knew that they bought like the movie channels.
But they did.
Yeah, but they did, and they were spending an obscene amount of money on it.
Putting
However,
$5 a night on
yeah,
the
I got
Rocker.
Well, no, you didn't pay for the movies. They paid on
for
their
the
like
channel.
for the channels. And I was watching that movie all the time.
God damn, it was so good. I mean, I don't know if it holds up at all.
Oh, I have no idea.
I bet it doesn't. Go back to Cleveland. That and fucking switch ahead to kryptonite. They go in my head back and forth on like a feedback loop all the time.
All I can see is Rainn Wilson running next to his band's van, and they're like, "He's like a gazelle."
He's so fast. Yeah. So what are we doing? We're playing the game. Okay. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just gonna need help if I'm the bidder, but I'm down to be the bidder. Because if you think it makes more sense for you to be the saboteur or the
I
vanguard.
was going to say the people with the most health should be the bidder and the vanguard, just because the
Yeah.
bidder can get knocked out.
And
And
get
if the
people-
saboteur gets knocked out, it's not like
Yeah.
the end of the world.
any of the
Yeah.
world. Yeah.
Because like you guys are the heavy hitters in this. Like you'll be the ones that like last. You know what I mean?
That was true. I was thinking about the bidder, what Colin just said. Like, it'll be worse for us if the bidder gets knocked out, because then we have to decide either to revive you or spend double on something else.
And
if
they
we
get the
can't
cheapest.
to you.
Yeah, they get the cheapest revive, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it makes sense for me to be it, but I'm also down.
I
If
think
I'm-
you should be the saboteur.
I'm down to saboteur.
Saboteur.
And then whatever you want to do, well, I can be the bidder if you would like me to.
Sure. I'll be the vanguard.
Yeah,
yeah.
I had considered you potentially being the saboteur. That's why I added the sabotage dice to it.
Yee, I like that.
Because I figured it worked similarly enough to sneak attack damage.
I like it. I like the cut burst thing a lot too.
This is going to be dope.
The Vanguard has very cool abilities. I think I just did 2 of them for the Vanguard,
Mm-hmm.
and they have the one of them is critical path.
If an enemy has a standing bid, make an attack roll. If it hits, it's a critical.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
And then hammer price.
As a reaction, make an attack against an enemy making a bid. If the attack hits, it prevents that enemy from completing the bid.
Damn. That's extremely
Ooh.
useful.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Why can't we open anything I'm fucking doing? 1 second. Having technical difficulties.
I'm going to drop that on someone.
That's gonna be terrifying.
Hammer price. Jesus. Bro, and a guaranteed crit. That's going to hurt.
Oh yeah.
That's going to hurt.
Yeah, there's
Crazy.
definitely some things that I can, like, as I was writing all of these, I knew there were speed bumps we're going to run to during the episode while we're playing.
Yeah.
It's just something we're going to have to figure out in the moment because, like, I did not. I kind of gave myself a lot to try to come up with.
Yeah. Still, it looks good.
Thank you.
I can't wait.
Anyway. Yeah, my hard drive just decided to die.
No, fuck.
I don't know I don't know what's going on with this music.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
What are we at time wise?
About an hour.
An hour. We can call the episode there.
Yeah,
Welcome
shit.
to the setup episode.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
setup
True.
episode. Is there any
So-
other questions that you guys have?
I was gonna say, so we are okay. So our goal, what is our goal? What is our game plan gonna be? Unless we don't have to talk about this on.
Get the most points.
Yeah, that's true.
Get an
Are we-
ultimate amount of points.
I'm going to wait until Will gets in a fight, and I'm going to bet on it.
Let's go. Okay, because I was like, are we going like offensive? Are we going, are we going a little bit more reactionary?
Will's
I
going
think-
to kill everybody.
Yeah, I think we're a pretty
Good.
offensive team,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, that's the vibe that I was getting from.
And then
us.
you just slide around to make sure no one else gets points.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk around fucking
Slashing.
sabotaging.
Is there like a special spot where you do the betting?
You can do it wherever, as
Okay.
long as
I pull out my tablet.
So you specifically, you can bet whenever you want to, and
Okay.
whenever the condition is met, you will get the money for it. You do have to be present for to make a bid. Like, if you're trying to get an item, they can't bid for you.
Oh, so I have to bid on the legendary items and shit like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
They can, but it'll just cost
More.
extra.
Got
yeah.
you.
Yeah, I am imagining I'm going to include an item that you can get called the catalog
Mm-hmm.
that'll essentially allow you to bid from a distance, basically.
Okay, cool.
Like, the catalog will give you a list of items and bids or bets being made, and then you can do that from wherever you are.
Oh, so bidding and betting is different.
Yes.
So
That is confusing. Sorry.
so I can bid and bet wherever or no?
No. You can bet wherever with your prize horse, the prize horse shit. You can just say a bet, and if it is if the conditions are met, then you win. If
Okay.
not, then you lose points.
And then so I can bid on either the ticket or weapons or whatever
Yes.
items or whatever it is.
Yeah, bidding is items and the train ticket. And
So I technically don't really need any items. I can take all the money I win and just put it all towards the ticket.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Good to know. And then so the bidding for the items and the ticket is all in the same area.
yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm excited.
Ooh, I love a
I
good
get it.
game. Whose team are we taking out first?
Yeah, that's the question.
The Pinkertons.
No, let's go.
I do have Delia Howard's written down, so we met her somewhere. It might have been in the Ghostland place.
Oh, was she the ghost lady?
Yeah, that you were like,
Yeah, I
should
was
we
like,
kill
gotta
her?
kill her.
No, we're probably gonna kill her, right?
Hey, we should have. Would have less competition.
And then
That's
you guys
true.
recruited her to your team.
Can people actually die in this?
No.
Okay, okay.
No, yeah,
They're
you
gonna
knock
this
you
year.
knock
Oh,
them
yeah.
out.
Okay, okay.
They're
Fucking
gonna
SK.
die this year.
Not SK, not SK.
Can we make them die?
Can we make-
This is out of the game.
No, this is also within magical ritual
I
territory.
figured,
yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we're set.
Yeah.
All right.
Shortage.
I'm so stoked.
All right. We'll get the game going next week. Thank you guys for listening or watching. We love people who watch. Big fan of watchers.
Big Watcher fans.
Get those views up.
Can't get
those-
off without watching.
Yeah. Please watch, because we can't get off. We are legally obligated to stay on until someone watches. Anyways.
That is not what I meant.
We're locked in the YouTube building.
Yeah.
I meant it in a different way.
It was built into my contract. All right.
I must be seen.
Will, hit him with those socials.
All right, guys. Don't forget to check out our social medias on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, where we upload all of our quested content. On our socials, you can find weekly clips of clips from the show that we post weekly. You can also, hold on, rewind, back to the YouTube. Go to our YouTube where you can find weekly video episodes weekly. Thank you. Don't forget to check out the links in our social media accounts where you can find the Quested store and find all our juicy merch with cup, shirt, longer shirt, bigger cup, door,
Just a door.
etc. Thank you. That one was a mess.
That was
Disclaimer, we do not sell doors on the website.
if you try to buy a door.
You will be shot down. All right, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.